Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back. As you see cards on your screen, you know it's time for a reading. This is the typical lunar cycle tarot forecast. And this video is for my Caps, my Capricorns, Cap Sun, Cap Moon, and Cap Rising like myself. So before I get started, if you feel like what I'm saying in this video doesn't resonate with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down below, okay? And this is for the Aries lunar cycle. We are talking beginning of April through the beginning of May, okay? So we'll be looking at four, please excuse them little loud ass kids in the background. They're outside, believe it or not. Gonna be looking at 4 cards here today, looking at the energy coming in for us, or the energy that we'll be tapping into, any obstacles we may be facing, or any challenges that we may encounter. Also, because we are dealing with Aries energy, we're gonna be looking at where we need to be exerting our energy in the physical, where do we need to be making moves, right? And then it's always a quick little soul message for us to leave with, okay? All right, y'all. First card that we have coming up is in the position of the energy that we'll be tapping into, or the energy that is coming up for us during this lunar cycle. And we've got the protection card, which is a really positive energy to be popping up. But looking at your other cards, what this does tell me is that during this next month, Capricorn, especially because Aries is also cardinal energy, but it's cardinal in an opposing element, if that makes sense, in a clashing element. So it's a cardinal fire energy. You are cardinal earth. So this card coming up here for me, I do get a little bit of this feeling of, you know, some of us possibly being in a space where things are going on around us, or where we're trying to get things to go on around us and they're not necessarily happening for us, or things may seem a little off, or you might be a little worried. I get the feeling that some of you Capricorns have made moves or made shifts into a more positive space, a lot more positive than what you've been dealing with in the past year. And trust me, I am a rising Capricorn, I know, and I remember the Capricorn reading. So I know the last year was kind of rough for us, right? Feel like some of you might be in this space to where things are starting to come together for you, but in the back of your mind, because you are Capricorns, you worry a lot on your shadow side. You have this fear, this doubt that things could just fall apart again, or they could, you know, not play out how you want them to. And this card popping up here does tell me that, one, first message, you need to shift your perspective in the way that you think about things. 2, this does tell me that no matter what is going down in this next month, Capricorn, there's going to be an energy around you, almost like, not even almost, it's gonna be a white light shield around you, you know, protecting you from anything that you feel could compromise what you've got going on, okay? Don't be fearful. I do want to stress that. I say this all the time. Our thoughts and our words are extremely powerful. So when you have fearful and doubtful thoughts, you lend that energy to what you're trying to positively manifest. And when you lend that energy, when it starts to play out in the physical, you see things not coming into play the way that you wanted them to, or you see things not actually even unfolding, or, you know, they're not, or things go left, so to speak. So just be mindful of the way that you're thinking about what you've got going on. Understand that you won't be put into any situations that you're not supposed to be in. So wherever you are now, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's where you're supposed to be. Instead of worrying about, is this going to last for me, or is this going to work out for me? Just understand that, you know, you're here, you need to be in this space, and you're good. Spirit got you, or God got you, or the universe got you, whatever you believe in, you know, just understand that you're good, you're protected. Things are going to work out the way that they should, and whatever is meant to stay and stand will, and whatever is not supposed to will, you know, be phased out. All right. Also, real quick, numerology on this card is 1. I was talking about cardinal energy, so this does confirm that a lot of you Capricorns are in a new space, or getting ready to come into a new space, either energetically or in the physical, and you're in a new cycle, or you're starting new cycles. And we are under Aries energy, which is the start of the astrological year. So new beginning cycles resonating very heavily with your spread. Okay, next card that we've got coming up is in the position of challenges or obstacles that we may be facing during this next month, and we've got the Eight of Water. In this particular deck, this is a card of gratitude, and this is a card of understanding, okay? So going off of that message with the protection card, another message that pops up is Capricorn. Maybe some of you are taking your situations for granted. Maybe in the midst of all your worrying, you're kind of shifting your perspective to, since you're so worried, thinking that, oh, this isn't for me, I don't need to be doing this. And again, you know, the way that you think, you be very careful, because you might say something like that, and the next thing you know, so just be very mindful. The situations that you're in, the spaces that you're in, even if they're not completely ideal, if it's a step up from the chaos and the heaviness that we've been dealing with in the past year, you need to be gratuitous. You need to be gratuitous. I can't talk. And you need to show some gratitude. You need to be thankful. You need to be grateful. Again, everything happens for a reason, and everything happens in divine timing. So wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, especially if it's not something that you necessarily want to do, Capricorn, instead of focusing on the negative, on the shadow aspects of your situation, try to be optimistic, try to be positive, and just say, okay, hey, this is not necessarily my jam, but this is something I am appreciative, I am thankful, I am grateful. This can help me here, this can help me here, this can help me grow here, okay? Look at things in a positive light. We want to always turn these cards into upright positions, because they can be supporting energies for the energy that we have coming in. If you become, if you show some gratitude, if you become thankful for what you've got going on around you, if you start to understand why you're in situations that you're in, why you've been placed on these certain paths, understand that protection energy comes in even stronger. It comes in like, okay, this person is in alignment, this person understands, and this person is grateful for these experiences. So let's go on and amplify that energy, okay? So just be mindful of the way that you're thinking about the things that you have going on, because whether or not you think that, it's for you, it is for you right now, at least for the moment, and you'll be, again, in divine timing. When it's supposed to happen, you'll be where you need to be, doing what you need to do, okay? The next card that we've got coming up, Capricorn, in our spread is in the position of the Aries energy. So where do y'all need to get shit popping? And you've got the Four of Air. This is where you need to be putting work into the physical, what you really need to be putting your energy into. And the Four of Air is a card that carries the energy of organization, of decluttering. So I feel like, Capricorn, for a lot of you, you're in these new spaces, and I just really get the feeling that a lot of you are in new spaces where you're really trying to be grateful. You're like, oh, this is different, this is cool, I can use this, I do need this, but at the same time, this is not necessarily what I wanted. Reorganize. This is an air card, and so when I say reorganize, I mean shift your perspective. Again, whatever you're in right now, that's the mix that you're supposed to be in. You'll be doing what you want to do, what you desire, once you align yourself with those energies, right? So for you right now, as all of these shifts are happening for you, as you're coming into this new space, you need to be very mindful of the way that you're thinking. You need to think more positively. You need to also, just generally with this card as a message, anything that is causing you, any strife, especially any mental strife, it is time to analyze it, figure out what needs to be done there, work through it, get rid of it, work past it, whatever it is that you got to do. This card is telling me in the physical, so I think meditation for you Capricorns, or whatever your Zen activities are, you really need to be tapping into them during this month. You guys are your Earth, so if you have a chance, especially because we're now in the springtime, the weather's getting a lot better, go take a hike, go sit outside by a lake, go do something outside. That's your element. Go be outside. If you like to meditate, go meditate outside when the sun is shining, if you can. Resonate with your energy, with your element, and reground yourself. And also, while you're regrounding, you're shifting around that perspective, you're gaining a little bit of clarity. And then again, just going back to that protection message with the Eight of Air, think about things a little bit differently. Like I said earlier, be a little bit more optimistic, okay? This card coming up here is very interesting. So this is the soul message, I cannot talk today, y'all. The last card in your spread. This is your soul message. And this is coming up with a message not for you. So I think that's why I was so strongly feeling like you Capricorns are doing something that you're like, this is not necessarily, like I said, this is not really my jam. This is not it. It's not. But for right now, like I said, it is. That's the mix that you're supposed to be in. Understand that when we come into these situations, especially things that we don't really like or that we don't really feel like are for us, we're not necessarily meant to be there for the thing that's not for us. We're meant to be there to pick up on energies that we're supposed to pick up on, to meet certain people, to exchange knowledge, to grow. It doesn't necessarily have to do with what is actually being done unless it's something, you know, super dope or something super important, you know what I'm saying? But when these things happen, it's not for that. It's more so for your energy, for a shift in your energy, for a shift in your growth, for something of that sort. So we can confirm, Capricorn, whatever you're in, it's not your jam, but it's your jam for right now, and it's your jam for right now because there are other things that you're supposed to pull from it. So forget about the basics, forget about, you know, the shit on the surface. Pay attention to what's going on underneath, okay? These are the things that this is why you're in the situation that you're in now. And understand that because this card is popping up for you and it's saying it's not for you, it's not going to stay around forever. It's for right now, and it's for a reason, and that's what you have to remember. You guys are, you're an intellectual sign. Even though you're Earth, you're very analytical. You can break things down, figure shit out. So understand that whatever's going on here, how you're feeling like, oh, this is not it for me, I don't want to do this, it's okay. You're not going to be doing that for long, baby. Understand you're not going to be doing that for long. I really don't feel like for a while, and the while is going to go by very quickly. There's energies that you're supposed to pick up here. There are things that you're supposed to learn here, and there are experiences that you're supposed to have. So just keep that in mind as you're moving through this next chapter. And I don't even think this is a whole chapter. I think this just might be sort of transitional for you. Okay, Capricorn? So, yeah, that's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it touched some of y'all, resonated with most of y'all, hopefully. If you feel like you need a personal reading or need more clarification, feel free to book one with me. I've got all that information linked down below. And also check out your vernal equinox tarot forecast. That's your spring season forecast that's covering March through June. I've got that link down below as well. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time.